One of the things you said during your TED Talk has really stuck with me, and I've been thinking about it a lot, that a lot of times, and in your case, domestic violence, that it starts, it's targeted against very young women who are perhaps more vulnerable, but it also starts with the suggestion of violence as a test to see how the woman responds to that. Can you explain that?
That's exactly what happened to me, and it happens to many, many victims. So the first stage is the seduction, the fairy tale stage, then isolation, and then quite often abusers will introduce the threat of violence and then see how she reacts. And if she doesn't leave then they gradually escalate it. And maybe they punch a wall and say, if I weren't such a gentleman, I would be hitting you because what you did was so awful. So they're grooming the victim exactly the way a pedophile would groom a young child, and letting her know, or sometimes him if the victim is a man, that violence is coming and that it is somehow her fault. And I just want to disagree that there's celebrity justice here, because I tell you, this is just not a crime that is prosecuted even when the abuser is a no-name person on the street. It's just not a crime that is taken seriously enough. And part of it is a problem that victims are really hamstrung, and we can't come to our own defense because we're in denial and in shock. But we know enough about domestic violence in this country now that we can prosecute abusers without cooperation of the victim, and we should. Sure.